The idea is a very simple one, and the Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day you're trying to become better, and it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
What is up, y'all? So what y'all saw right before this clip right here, just some workouts. I did some workouts that I recorded. I haven't recorded workouts in a while. And then took a video in the posing room once again. And I'm honest with y'all, and pretty sure I said this before, but it's been a little while since I've been to the gym, man. And just worked out in general. I say it's been like just about 3 weeks, give or take. I know it's bad, y'all. It's like, well, last week wasn't really any good excuse. That was my weekend off, and I really wanted to play Forza. Grind that out, which I still didn't beat it yet. I'm about to beat it, but I really want to grind it out because it's been a long time since I, took time to beat a game. You know what I mean? Usually, if I'm at work, I don't feel like beating the game like that, and on the weekends or my days off, I usually like just relax. If my family doesn't need me to do something for them, like last weekend I need to do some errands, do some stuff for the house, then I like to rest, and yeah, so I just want to play the game, and I'll probably beat it next weekend when I'm off, because yeah. Some of these Uber and Lyft, bro, they drive super slow. But yeah, so there's no excuse for last week. But the 2 weeks before then, I was just exhausted, y'all. I was exhausted, and I'll be honest, y'all. I wasn't really in the mindset that I'm in right now. I already told you what mindset I'm in right now, in like one of the recent videos, but it's been a little while, man. Like I was kind of just going with the flow, you know what I mean? And due to that, I would just be exhausted. Be the weekend, I'm like, all right, let me go to the gym. And there was a time where I got dressed for the gym. I put my gym clothes and everything, and I was in my room, and I couldn't go, man. I was just too exhausted. And tonight I was exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, I was exhausted, but it got to the point, y'all. It got to the point where I just started getting skinnier slowly. You know what I mean? I wasn't filling up. I had some slim fit shirts like for the gym and stuff like that, some t-shirts, and I wasn't filling in the shirts as much anymore, and my arms felt a little bit flabby. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you can squish your bicep a little bit when you're not like muscular like that. That's pretty much what I was feeling, man, and it wasn't the best feeling. I think there's a cop behind me. I'm not too sure, but I think there is. So that's interesting. But I'm going to speed limit anyways. But yeah, I was just like, man, I really got to stop being lazy, because once you start getting comfortable, it's like I could work out, but you know, I really want to just enjoy some time to myself, you know. But you gotta break out that lazy mindset, and that's what I did today. I was like, you know, no matter what, I'm going to go to the gym. And I was at work and I was tired, man. I was dozing off a little bit. You know what I mean? I was with my coworkers. During like visiting, stuff like that, and I was tired, man. I had to show people different departments, and I was just like, yo, like, it was a drag to walk people. Normally, I don't mind walking people to the departments and stuff, but today it was just a drag. I was just that tired, yo. And the cop turned off for their car. But I was, no matter what, I'm going to the gym. And when I got home, I had a little bit of energy. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, cool. You know, I got dressed, my gym clothes, and I went to the toilet. I'm TMI, but I went to use the toilet. And it's very dangerous, man, because when you sit there for a while, you get comfortable, you don't want to go to the gym anymore. But I did push myself. I left the house a little bit later than I originally wanted to, but still left the house, got to the gym, had a good workout, as y'all saw. I mean, y'all saw a little bit, but like I had a good workout and all that stuff. I actually surprised myself. I surprised myself because I could take the long way, actually. Why don't I just do that? I surprised myself because, like I said, my arms were getting a little squishy. You know, I was losing some muscle and stuff like that. But after having like this one workout, my arms started feeling full again. Started feeling, you know what I mean? And I went to the posing room to that video, and it's crazy. It looked like I was still muscular. So, I mean, I guess the fact that if you go 12 weeks, I mean, it's been a while since that 12 weeks. I mean, it ended like December. When you have 12 weeks of consistent workouts and diet and stuff like that, and then you miss like 2-3 weeks, it won't negate your progress too much. Plus, I told y'all before, I stopped eating lunch. You know, when I'm in class and I have my lunch break, I just sleep. I only eat during my break at work. That's when I eat dinner. That's the only time I eat. So maybe that's helped. Sometimes I'll have a smoothie. I'll go to Quick Check. There's a Quick Check somewhere in there, and I grab a smoothie, a protein smoothie, but that's about it. So maybe that helped as well. But y'all let me know, man. I know Brother Mike, he saw my last posing room video, whatever video that was, like a couple months ago. And I know that he that he to be like, oh yeah, like you didn't lose too much, or you did gain a little bit of belly fat, or something like that. Who knows? But I was honestly surprised, to be honest. Are they turning off the exit I'm going to? Yes, they are. They're turning off the exit I'm going to. That's funny. I guess I'll see what happens. But interesting little thing I realized. Working out today. And obviously I'm gonna go back tomorrow, have my leg day, and be good for the week. I just need to get back to, well, I need to start, actually, not get back to, I need to start doing push-ups in the morning or at night. If I get home from work, right before I hop in the shower, just knock out some push-ups and some sit-ups, and just get a little something done, man. Or get up early, when I get up early in the morning, which it's gotten a little easier. I won't lie, it's gotten a little bit easier to get up early in the morning. That's one of the benefits I do experience whenever another cop right here. What's all these cops, man? That's one thing I do experience when I go a good while on a streak. It's a little bit easier for me to get up in the morning because I have so much energy. But yeah, if I can get up easier, then I can get up, knock out like a quick 10-minute workout, and be good. But we'll see, man. Also, I know for the fact that I know for a fact that as I get more energy from retaining, that also helps me with the workouts, like just in general going to the gym, because I'll have a lot more energy. I'll be like, yo, let me transmute this energy and go to the gym. So it's all gonna add up eventually. Crazy thing happened technically between yesterday and today. Well, when y'all watch this, it'll be Saturday, so technically between Thursday and yesterday. So y'all know that when it comes to my current job, one of my best friends that I met in college, he recommended me to his managers, which are now my managers, to help me get the job, right? And by the way, both my managers reaffirmed to me, told me privately that I'm their best employee. Like, I always come in early, on time, I do my job perfectly. They have no complaints with me. Like, when people come in, I'm able to train them easily. Like, I rarely call out. But obviously PTO and holiday and vacation time doesn't count because I put that in the system. But like, I rarely ever call out. Like, there's no need for me to call out. You know, like I feel fine. There were a couple of times I needed to call out because I was feeling extremely sick. Like I'm talking some bad migraines, or there was one time I had like a huge migraine, and while I was in class, it was like early February, and I was like still new to class. I had a huge headache, and I was like, I can't go to work, and I called in sick. But besides that, I rarely call in sick. So yeah, they reaffirmed to me that again Thursday and yesterday. So it was a nice little feeling. But anyways, so I got the job because of my friend, right? And we were looking for another full-time person that would work my schedule, but the opposite weekend, because there's usually two full-times in the day, 2 full-times in the evening. So obviously I'm one of the full-times. Now, my manager told me, like, at this point, if you know anybody, because first we're looking for like a Spanish speaker, because we get a lot of Spanish calls, but she was like, at this point, if you know anybody who's looking for full-time, for work evenings, like, let me know. So I had a coworker who was looking for a full-time job, and at the time, you know, they were still looking for bilingual, so I didn't really bring it up to him. Plus, I kind of wanted to see how he was, not really as a, it's gonna sound crazy, not as a man, like, I didn't want to see how he was, like, but like, when you recommend someone to a job, it's like they reflect upon you. So like if you recommend somebody and they come in and they do a terrible job, they're always late, this, that, the third, it looks bad on you because you recommend that person. So I didn't want to like, oh yeah, this person, you know, you look at their for a job and then they come late and all type of stuff, and I'm gonna hear about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. Because like I said, like they told me I'm their best employee. Like I don't try hard. I just do what I gotta do, and you know, like. So I didn't want that to get messed up because of a bad recommendation. So I was kind of keeping an eye on him a little bit in class. And then I just felt a strong conviction, like a strong conviction to tell this guy about the job. It was like Wednesday night when I was like thinking about it. And I was like, why do I feel like I should tell this guy about the position? But I brushed it aside. Thursday came, I was in class, went through the whole class as normal. And then towards the end of class, I had that strong conviction again. And I was like, let me tell him, man. I said, let me just tell him. So I told him. He was like, yeah, man, like put in the word for me, like let me know if I got applied and the third. So I was like, okay. So I had texted my manager and I was like, hey, I have a classmate who look for a full-time evening, that's on the third. Then she was like, yeah, like send him the link to application, let them fill out, then send him my number. So I was like, okay, cool. Did all that. This guy wasted no time. Like he texted my manager because she said for me to tell him to text her ASAP so they could set up an interview and stuff like that. Because they were saying they trust me so much that they're saying if I recommend somebody, they want to interview like right away. Well, one, they were looking for people, and two, like they trust me my recommendation. They're like, okay, let's try to get an interview. So he texted her. They got an interview set for the next day, which was yesterday, Friday, and he did the application and all that stuff. That was good, but yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, he was prepared. He was definitely prepared. He got 2 copies of his resume. He dressed business casual, all type of stuff. And then, you know, after class, he had gone to my job to get the interview done. And I walked in towards the end of it. They basically hired him on the spot. They liked him. They liked his answers. He was like very respectful, all that stuff. So, you know, it worked. It was all good, and I'm glad that he was able to get that and stuff like that, because he was saying that he really needed a full-time job, like he really needed the money and stuff like that. So I'm glad I was able to help him with that. It just felt good, you know what I mean? Because y'all know, during my unemployment days, and I was applying, doing everything. Because at first I was looking for certain pay and certain position. Afterwards, I started looking for anything. I'm like, I just need a job because my savings are running low and stuff like that. And right at the point of my savings run, I ran out of money. Like my savings was done. Right as that happened, I got this job, and it was just in time. Like I was able to get my check. I think I had to borrow a little bit of money from my mom and this other person, but obviously I paid them back when I got paid. But like, for the most part, when that check came right in time, and I was able to pay my bills and all that stuff. So just being able to pass that same thing or feeling, I guess, on to the next person is a good feeling, man. I'm glad that it all worked out and stuff like that. So, something I wanted to share with y'all, man. And besides that, I did have some strong urges today and yesterday. I would say today wasn't, or Friday wasn't as strong as Thursday. Thursday was a little bit bad because I had a day off. But I did sleep most of it. Thankfully, I didn't wake up to urges like I did before, and I told y'all about. I was like, I woke up and I just had urges. Like, thankfully, just normal. I was able to pray, get through that. Yeah, shout out to limiting or controlling the videos that I watch, because that definitely helped as well. If I stick to watching the other content I was watching, I'm pretty sure at somehow, some way I would get some urges, because one of the video suggestions would have had a thumbnail of some OF person or whatever the case may be, and that would have been bad. So watching these videos like self-development, Christianity, retention videos, gets my mind right. Obviously I'm not spamming them, but like when I watch them, like it gets my mind right, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta stay locked in and keep on doing what I'm doing. So yeah. Anyways, I'm about to go into the grocery store because I need to pick up some meat. As y'all can tell, I'm tired. Like I was tired today, but I still went to the gym, knocked it out, and yeah. But I had to get up not really early, but I get up kind of early because my cousin's coming over to do my oil change, and my mom is getting her shocks replaced, her pilot. So I might just I'm just gonna put everything. My mom will be up obviously, so I might just like put the oil and everything close about my car, and tell mom like just let him do what he has to do. Cause yeah. Because I don't feel like getting up too early. But I had to go to the grocery store to get some meat, like I said, to meal prep for. Because lately it's gotten to the point where I'll meal prep. If I have my weekend off, I'll meal prep like some from frozen meat I have in the freezer. But when it comes to nights like when I have that one night off, whatever, like Thursday, it's just easier to just go to the store and just buy some already made meat, just cook my own rice in the rice cooker and call it a day. So that's what I'm about to do. Go get some meat and just cook some rice tomorrow, call it a day. But that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. The brother Aaron out. Peace.